Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the HITI pregame show with James. Oh, I just got back from the outside. It's hot as hell. We're in a heat wave. Those of you inland, of course, will know about it. But man, it's hot today. Look out for that outside. Stay hydrated, my friends. That's for sure. The Angels start a three-game series in Philadelphia today. Today and tomorrow at 3:40, and then tomorrow at 10:15, I want to say. So this will be the only pregame I can do. Shout out to 7-1 for tickets, of course, one of our sponsors. Great service, great deals online for tickets on their site. You'll get 10% off with the code HITI. Very good stuff there. So check that out for sure for all your ticket needs. You know, preseason football's just ended, so the regular season coming up. The local teams, one in Nevada, of course, starting up. So you'll want to get tickets for that season. And then college football, USC, UCLA. Don't know if I can say those out loud, but I just did because I'm going Saturday to the USC game, so that should be fun. Any hoot. Yeah, go to 7-1 for tickets for all of that. You'll get 5% cash back on your purchases as well going forward every time you use 7-1 for tickets. So it's always a great deal when you use 7-1 for tickets, and that's for sure. So the Angels come off of a series in which they lose 2 of 3 to the New York Mets, and they will take on again the Philadelphia Phillies here at 3:40 local time here, 6:40 out there. To talk about the Phillies, they come off of a series against the Cardinals in which they took Sunday, and then let's go for it. I just got home, so I'm kind of running into this. If that's a way to say it, I don't know. Yeah, so the Phillies won Saturday, Sunday, and then checking Friday for So they swept the St. Louis Cardinals, who are just having an abysmal year. But yeah, they swept the Cardinals, so they're coming in hot, continuing their homestand are the Philadelphia Phillies. And Trey Turner has been good. Bryce Harper has been good. Castellanos, it's all working for him. Right now, the Angels are 63 and 68. They are, of course, 10 and a half out of first place. 11 and a half out, excuse me. 10 and a half out of the wild card. Philadelphia, they have one of the wild card spots. They are 12 and a half behind first place, the Atlanta Braves. I had people tell me that the Phillies were going to catch the Braves. I don't think they will, though, for that Eastern Division. But they do have the first wild card spot sewed up, 3.5 ahead of second place Chicago. And it's amazing, though, Chicago, the Cubs, they're continuing to win. Who the hell would have thunk that? You know, it's just crazy to think that they have the second wild card spot, and they were supposed to be one of the teams not in things and be sellers. Instead, they kind of held pat at the break. Anyway, the Angels, 63 and 68. The Philadelphia Phillies, 72 and 58. Like I mentioned, second in their division, but first in the wild card. I wish we were. Anyway, today, the starting pitchers, Lucas Giolito, he's 7 and 10, a 4.32 ERA. So this ballpark, Citizens Bank Ballpark, it doesn't work for him. He's a fly ball pitcher, and the fly balls usually go over the fence there. Let me tell you that for sure. Right-hander, of course, 29 years of age. Got the fastball at 93, slider at 84, changeup 81, curveball at 78. Please keep the ball down, Lucas. Please keep the ball down. But we'll see what the hell happens. I don't trust him in that ballpark. 121 innings pitched. He'll make his 22nd start. 131 strikeouts. Whip of 1.22. I thought that would be a little higher, to be honest with you. Like I mentioned, was a 7-10 record. 1-4 with the Angels this year. His 27th game started. 148 innings, like I mentioned. 135 hits given up. 78 runs given up. 71 earned. Home runs, 27 given up. That's right up there with the league leaders, I guarantee you. 53 walks, 159 strikeouts. So you take the good and you take the bad with Lucas Giolito, but you don't trade all your damn prospects for him. Fuck. Giolito's last start was against the Cincinnati Reds on the 22nd. That was last Tuesday. Can you believe it's been that long? He's on one, or he got the loss in that game. 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, or 4 runs. 1 was earned, so it wasn't his fault. Kind of that game. 1 home run given up, which is an improvement. 2 walks and 9 strikeouts. So again, take the good with the bad with Lucas Giolito today. Let's see how long you last in this game and in this ballpark. It's not going to be fun. For the Philadelphia Phillies, as this game will be, of course, on MLB Network nationally, unless you're in the markets of these two teams. So NBC Sports Philly will have it there, and then of course Bally Sports West, our favorite, will have it. We'll have it. Taijuan Walker will be the starter for the Philadelphia Phillies. Number 99 in your hearts. 31 years of age, 6'4", 235. That's a football player. Very tall one. 26 starts. This will be his 26th start, excuse me. He has a 13-5 record. Means he's going to shut down the Angels. 4.02 ERA, 136 innings. 136 and 2/3 innings pitched. A strikeout total of 113, and then his WHIP is at 1 point. Oh, he came from Ucapa High School, and then was drafted by Seattle in 2010. He's been around, but it's funny. He's been good. He's been bad. He's been good. He's been bad. His WHIP at 1.29 in his career. I'm just looking at it. It's funny though how much he's bounced around. Seattle, Arizona, back with Seattle in 2020. Traded to Toronto that year. Went to the New York Mets. He put up decent numbers last year, and he's really been decent this year. It's funny how that goes. This year, his stats, again, making his 26th start today, and he has 119 hits given up, 63 runs, 61 of them earned, 17 home runs, 57 walks, so he does walk some, and then 113 strikeouts, as I mentioned. So be selective and don't go swinging at everything when it comes to Taijuan Walker. Fastball 93, 88 on the changeup, 88 on the cutter, 73 on the curve, and 82 on the slider. Looking at his strike zone, or his pitches, excuse me. Split finger is one he uses for the strikeouts for sure, and it's kind of down and away in the zone to right-handed batters. The sinker comes up and in on you. Cutter's out. Fastball is middle to the right, and then the curveball's in the zone. That's maybe one you can lift. You just have to wait for it and hope it comes to you. That's for sure. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the book on Walker. Wait for his curveball. Look for his pitches outside. The splitter, though, is hard to lay off of. That's for sure. That's his go-to pitch, it seems like. So look out for that. There's something I was going to look at. I totally forgot. Oh, his game log, yes. So his game log last start was on the 22nd as well, last Tuesday against the San Francisco Giants. He went 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. No home runs given up, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts for Taijuan Walker. Yeah, that's how you say it, of course. Taijuan Walker. Like I said, he bounced around a lot, good and bad, and then he's kind of finding his way here, kind of. But home run ball in that division, that's going to be there, that's for sure, and especially in that ballpark. And we'll see how he fares today. I know Mike Trout, he really wanted to play this series. He's injured. That's really unfortunate. He always had his family and friends come to that ballpark there whenever the Angels played there for interleague, and now that's not the case today. It's really unfortunate. We'll see. I don't know if he comes back this year. That's very, very up in the air for sure. I'm trying to find for what's his name for pitches, but I can't find it at all. Anyway, be sure to check out Noble Ale Works. Damn it, I skipped him. Check out their new brews. Check out the Instagram page for what food trucks will come in, and then all the new brews they have when the doors open. I can't wait for the next homestand. Maybe I'll show up to some games against whomever they play. Baltimore. I'll be there for Baltimore series, hopefully. But check out No Boil Works. You'll see a real team play. The Orioles, well above 500. So be good to see a real team come to the stadium and play. So check out No Boil Works. Get in there early. Free parking there. Just walk over to the game, and then drink specials there. Just meet one of the friendly bartenders whom is there, and be a good night for you. Definitely back and forth at Noble Ale Works, the game, and come back. That's all you need to go. You just need to go there and back. That's all. That's really it. Also, check out Halos in the Infield, of course. Facebook. You found us here on YouTube, and then Instagram, and also on X. And the questions of the days have been really good. It's gone to the Bally Sports West announcing team. So Erica was yesterday. Gooby, our favorite, was today. And I don't listen to much of what they say. I listen to the radio more often. And shout out to Sarah Valenzuela, by the way, for taking my quotes, putting them in the LA Times last Sunday, talking about the our radio announcers not going on the road and the complications with that. So shout out to her. Find her on Twitter, Sarah Valenzuela. She covers the Angels on the daily. So that was really cool to be into that. Shout out Fernando getting that done for me, getting that opportunity for me. That was something. I took pictures of that, and I kept the paper, not paper, but kept the picture. Excuse me, yeah, I kept the paper and the picture of the paper. There we go, the picture of the paper, and that was really good to see. Anyway, I was trying to find something with what's his name, Walker, but I can't find it. I don't know, man. I don't know, baseball savant found some or changed some around, but anyway, let's get to the starting lineups today. For the Angels, of course, they'll lead off with Nolan Shanuel. He got a Saturday off, and then he was in the game yesterday, I believe. Wasn't? No, he was still sick. Never mind. No. Hopefully, he feels better now. He's out there, so we'll see how he fares. Hopefully, he gets his home run. That'd be nice to see for him. Yeah, I can't find it at all. Taijuan Walker, by the way, played for Team Mexico this year for the WBC. Forgot to mention that. So yeah, Nolan Shanuel will lead off for the Angels at first base. Batting second will be Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Batting third will be Brandon Drury, the second baseman. Batting fourth will be Mike Moustakas, the third baseman. Batting fifth will be Luis Rengifo, the shortstop. Batting sixth will be Mickey Moniak, the center fielder. And batting seventh, Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher. Batting eighth will be Trey Cabbage out in right field. And then batting ninth, rounding out the Angel lineup, will be Grandel Grichuk out in left field. So all the free swingers are way down in the lineup, but minus today, of course, Renfroe. So there's Grichuk. I know Moniak is up in the lineup. I think they just want to get some speed there in the lineup that high. The starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Kyle Schwarber will be the designated hitter leading off. You really see that, a DH leading off. Trey Turner will bat second. He's the shortstop, and he's had a funny year with the Philadelphia Philly fans. They cheered him. They rallied him to be doing better. Usually Philly fans, they get on you right away. But that that was something to see. Usually Philly fans are the worst, and they take you down. They don't encourage you, and they did that. I think Gooby will have more on that today in the game. Batting third will be Bryce Harper, the first baseman. It's odd to see that he doesn't play anymore in the outfield, but that arm injury prevented that. Nick Castellanos will be the fourth place batter in right field. Bryson Stott will be the second baseman batting fifth. And then Alec Boehm will be the third baseman batting sixth. Batting seventh will be JT Realmuto, the catcher. Usually in the past, he's batted upper in the lineup, not down to seventh. Batting eighth, we know this guy, Brandon Marsh, the center fielder. Batting ninth, Jake Cave, the left fielder. He sounds like a former Mariner. So that's the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's get to who's hot and who's not on the Philadelphia Phillies right now, or at least their stats against Lucas Giolito. You have to think they've met up with each other before. So, like I mentioned, this game, Bally Sports Network, Bally Sports West, NBC Sports Philadelphia, and then MLB Network for those of you outside of the territorial blackout limit. Oh my God. It's hot today. Stop saying that. Philadelphia versus Giolito. Baum is 0 for 2. Castellanos hitting 111. He has 2 home runs and 5 RBIs though against him. Cave is hit batting 174. He does have a home run and 5 RBIs against him though. Brandon Marsh is 0 for 9 with the RBI. He's hitting picket fences 111 against Brandon Marsh is against Giolito. So this is all against Giolito, of course. Let's see. The next guy, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Bryce Harper has never faced Giolito. Realmuto hasn't either. Schwarber's batting 300 with 2 RBIs. Let's see. Stott is 0 for 3. Turner's 0 for 2. So that's the numbers on Giolito against the Philadelphia Philly batters. For the Angel batters against Tejon Walker, Drury is 3 for 3, or hitting 333 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Grichuk is batting 200 against Grichuk with 10 at bats. I thought that'd be a little more, but no. Let's see. Moustakas batting 100 against him. Ohtani is batting 1,000 against him with a home run against Walker. I think that was last year against him with the Mets, I want to say. Renfroe is hitting 222. Renfroe 0 for 1. Velasquez and Wallach, who we may see later, are both 0 and 2 against the starting pitcher Walker for Philadelphia. So yeah, that's the lineups. That's everything you need to know about today's matchups. Let's get quickly to the games of today. Yeah, I'm going as my phone goes. All right, so no games have started. It's so weird to have the Angels on the road back east, and every game hasn't started yet. That's just weird. Anyway, the Angels, of course, at 3:40. Also at 3:40, Yankees at Detroit. That's Severino against Olsen. White Sox at Orioles at 4:05. Michael Kopech will go for the White Sox, and then Rodriguez, the new pitcher, Gerardo Rodriguez, will go for Baltimore. Washington will be in Toronto. That will be Josiah Gray going against Kevin Gossman for those two. And then the Astros at Boston. That should be an important series, of course. Excuse me. Javier will go for Houston, and then Chris Sale will go for Boston. The Rangers at the Mets. Sonny Gray will go for Texas, and then Miguel will go for the New York Mets. The Guardians and Twins from Minnesota. And if you saw the game yesterday, Minnesota won in extra innings against Texas. And that was a wild, wild ball game. Curry will go for Cleveland, and then Kenta Maeda will go for the Minnesota Twins. The Padres at St. Louis. Blake Snell will go for San Diego, and Adam Wainwright will go for St. Louis. That's a matchup of two just disappointing teams. And if you can believe it, the Padres have the same record as the Nationals. They've caught up with them. That's just amazing to see. The Brewers and Cubs from Wrigley. That's an important series right there. That's at 5 o'clock. Wade Miley will go for Milwaukee, and then Jonathan Talon will go for the Cubs. The Pirates at the Royals. I dare you to watch that game at 5 o'clock. Oviedo will go for Pittsburgh, and then Greinke, who has a 1-12 record this year, will go for the Royals. The Braves and the Rockies. Way two different teams playing at 5:40. Elder will go for Atlanta, and then Gomber will go for Colorado. The A's and the Mariners. Same thing at 6:40. The A's have some guy to be announced. No, they don't have a starting pitcher yet. And then, we'll go for Seattle. The Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. That should be an interesting series there. The Diamondbacks just trying to keep a wild card spot. The Dodgers just trying to keep their lead on the divisional race more. Zach Gallen will go for Arizona. He's 14-5. And then Miller will go for the Dodgers. He's 7-3 at 7-10. And then at 6:45, for some reason, they have that one before the Dodgers. The Giants and the Reds. It's a huge series for the wild card because the Reds have kind of fallen. The Giants have stayed pat. Abbott will go for Cincinnati, and Harrison will go for San Francisco. So a lot of important baseball this week with these series. Of course, the Angels aren't part of that. They can again be spoilers. I hate being spoilers. I hate that. Anyway, the Angels, and again, the Phillies, 3:40, MLB Network if you're out of the areas. Same thing tomorrow at 3:40, and then a morning game for us here, day game over there at, I believe it's 10:15. I don't need glasses. That schedule's far away. Let's see. Let me show you. 10:05 start, excuse me. And then Thursday off, the 31st, and then we're into September with another road series against the Oakland Athletics, and which may be the last game in Oakland unless they have to play the release out in Oakland for another year, do the Athletics. Another story for another day, but hopefully Giolito can keep the ball down, please, and then not allow so many runs. That's all you can hope for this Monday. Manic Monday, Hot Monday, whatever you want to call it. The Angels and Phillies, enjoy it. Bally Sports West, of course, MLB Network, wherever you can find the game. Or AMA 30 like I will. The two comments here. Jim, shout out to you in section 260. Mentioning, but the season starts tonight. Ugh. Do we have to have shirts made? Imagine a whole section of all the HITI people and all the great people, all the great, people that have watched us having those shirts. The season starts tonight. And we walk up to where Roger does his little show on opening day. Hey, Roger, the season starts tonight. Grinding True Crime, shout out to that program. Well, program them. I sound like a old ass guy. That podcast, find on YouTube again. Don't watch it. Don't listen. Watch it at night. Like when you're trying to sleep, don't do that. Like I have. It's funny. You have all these like housewives, single women, whatever. They listen to that while they feed their kids in the family kitchen. They listen to true crime podcasts and like people stabbing people. They get ideas if their husbands, piss them off. It's amazing what that entails. Like, yeah. Anyway, watch the Grinding True Crime podcast. and listen to it wherever you find your podcasts. Those are some tremendous stories. They do their damn research, unlike other places. I mean, I've heard other podcasts where they go way off the scale and they end up, you know, telling about what they did on their weekend. It's almost like that one podcast for the Angels, but yeah, just they stick on the point. They have some jokes. They get right back on it. That's what I love. My time is valuable. No, it's not. But but I just love a podcast like that where they just stay on course. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Grinding True Crime podcast says the Fighting Phils, and they're certainly fighting this year again. Remember, they were National League champions last year until um, that is happening. The National League will go through them. We'll see who gets it this year. Of course, they lost to the Astros last year in the World Series, but it was such a relief when they fired their manager last year and they were able to go on a crazy run to get in the wild card and go through what they did, beat the Padres in the championship series, and go to the World Series. We remember the losing streak for the Angels last year made its head in Philadelphia in a weekend series. There was a big grand slam and then a walk off, and then yeah, that was just crazy last year for the Phillies. They had one of those seasons where you didn't know which way to look, you didn't know how to feel, and then there was a direction finally, and they gained that back this year after a slow start. They made a managerial change last year, and it's worked out. So shout out to the Phillies for making it happen again this year. Hopefully not these 3 games. Hopefully the Angels can put a dent in their season, but we'll see. Giolito, keep the ball down. Everybody take care. Go Halos. Bye.